hello, and welcome to the stream of SKO versus Team One Less. And we're getting right into the draft. Here we go. Now, I am very familiar with Team One Less, but I know almost nothing about Team SKO. SCO? I don't know. So I guess I will learn about them as we go on here. Oh, I don't have the draft thingy on here yet. There we go. Okay, they went through that band round really fast, and they are they're not hesitating on these picks and bans at all. Makes my job harder, but that's okay. Do I have the overlay set correctly? No, I don't. Oh my goodness, they went too fast for me. There we go. Okay. So it looks like Senna first pick for Team SCO. And then the Rel and the Urgot, the classic Rel jungle for Vivian, I assume. And Urgot, that's going to be a pick for Slap Top, almost certainly. There it goes. Jesus. Mordekaiser top and Urgot. That's a very good pick in my experience. Playing that, I really like Mordekaiser and Urgot. Plus, it's good into the Rel too. Mordekaiser loves getting in down and dirty with those tanky champs. The classic Vixperion and Nivea pick. You had to know that was a risk if they leave it open, and there it is. There's a Varus ban. Yasuo ban, okay. Tom Kench ban. Interesting. You know, I know very little about Team SCO, so I have no idea if One Less's bans here were good or not. But I've assumed they've done their research. And these bans are definitely very normal against Team 1. Never give Lilia to Vivian. That's just a never give Vex to Vixperion if you can help it. Banning out both of Wandering Monarch's 2 most played ADs. Try to get him on something maybe he's less comfortable with. It looks like we're going to have Nautilus support for Team 1. It's not surprising. Vel'Koz pick, interesting. Is it a Vel'Koz support? I guess it could be either him or Karma, right? I feel like you see more Karma mid these days than support, and vice versa for Vel'Koz. But we'll find out. Interesting. Then Wukong Jungle? Wukong Jungle, I assume. Man, Wukong's gonna have a hard time against all this CC on this team. I don't know if I like that, but I guess we'll see. Although I don't like Vel'Koz against all this CC either. He's gonna have to be very careful. Let's see here, and what ADC are we going to see for Mr. Wandering Monarch? Smolder, wow. I didn't even realize Smolder was still open, but yeah, sure, if you know how to play it. I'm surprised it made it this far in the draft. And those Smolder's a very contested pick these days. Okay. See how soon the captains are ready. Okay. Let's see, do I actually have a way to show this particular screen? I don't know. Yeah, right. The full meatball comp for Team 1. Never seen that before. That is definitely, definitely pretty expected for them. Oh, goodness. Oh, you guys can see that. Okay, excellent. Probably farming Karma. Yeah, I would think that too. Karma with some gold income is definitely really good right now. With that malignance and other silliness. Although, now look, it might be a Vel'Koz's mid, although he could just be bamboozled. That is also possible. Can Nightmare get onto a Nivea cleanly? That is... that was... I'm very concerned about that. I think it will be incredibly difficult. Unless they get some really nasty, sneaky flanks off, which I guess Wukong can do, but... Team 1 has always had very good team play, so it's going to be hard to find those openings to be able to sneak in like that. And I mean, even if you get to them, can you follow up on the Wukong engage too? Because I mean, there is just so much CC and tankiness on this one less team. And does Team SKO have enough DPS to burn through that? I don't know. I really don't. My initial intuition is that no meatballs next week for us, right? I doubt it. You know, Fusro loves his meatball junglers, so probably gonna be at least one. Probably at least one. Unless he decides to troll us and play Morgana jungle again. My initial thought here is try to get this Mordekaiser going. Because I think if this Mordekaiser snowballs, he's just going to run over this team. Because, you know, that is the downside of picking these super beef teams, is that if you can get like a really just big juggernaut in the middle of that, you know, AoE everybody, be unkillable with Conqueror, all that good stuff. I mean, that's right in his wheelhouse, and I do think that in terms of dueling, Wukong probably is stronger than Rel early. So if he can pick good fights, there's definitely potential there. And I actually like the Vel'Koz pick as well. Vel'Koz is a surprisingly SCO crush draft. Smolder smothered so hard this game in the lane. Vel'Koz outdamaged him too much too. I kind of agree with that. And yeah, I do think Vel'Koz is really good in this draft. He's nice and long range. He should be able to stay out of the range of all of this CC while still doing damage. And he's surprisingly good at killing tanks. You know, you build Leandries, you get all that true damage. Get some nice combo setup. Just, yeah. No, I've always enjoyed Vel'Koz against tank comps myself. As long as you can keep them off you. That's the caveat to that. In solo queue, that's a bit dicey. In Beer League, they can probably handle it. Smolder smothered so hard this game by the lane. That is true. Yeah, I agree with that. Senna Karma is going to be a tough lane to play against. I definitely agree with that. Now, if Senna doesn't get caught repeatedly by Nautilus hooks at any rate, that is always a risk. And I unfortunately do not have a second monitor, so I'd like to be able to see chat. I'm trying to open up the stream on my phone, but it is being difficult at the moment. So I may have to tab out and look at it once in a while. We'll see. How is the voice volume, by the way? I turned it up quite a bit compared to last stream, but it's still. I think it might still be a little too quiet, and I don't know how much more I can turn it up. To be honest, it might just be a microphone problem. Oh, and go. Okay. Looks like Team 1 is all grouped up. They're looking for some kind of play level 1, whereas SKO is... SKO? SKO? Actually, not 100% on that. I guess it's SKO. They are, just 5-pointing like you'd expect. Let's see, are they going to run right into this Senna? Yes, they are. And the question is, are they going to be able to get her? No, and she flashes immediately. Smart. Get right out of there. Okay, looks like they've decided they've had their fun.
Minions
gonna go back to their lanes. How do I... Okay. Yeah. I need to find a way to read that without alt tabbing, but I'm working on it. Okay. Looks like both junglers are starting bot side. Although Vivian is starting wolves? Is that what you're supposed to do? I guess it must be. You would know. Yeah, I guess. That just seems like a really slow start to me. Looks like Mixperion's going aggressive early. Pretty characteristic for him. Oh yeah, you're right. Farming Karma with Senna support. I guess that makes sense. Okay. Well, looks like we're going to get a play down here bot early with a level 2 hook. Level 2 all-in attempt by Team 1. Are they going to be able to get this Karma? I don't think so. Probably should have held that Ignite. I don't think that kill is going to happen. They did get a nice chunk on the Karma, though. I don't know if it doesn't matter, but... Ooh, and looks like they got a gank on the Anivia here. They got her egg, and they got the kill. Okay, that's what I get for not having directed camera. Oh, looks like they're going for a gank bot lane now, or at least attempting to, but it was a little too far and they weren't able to get it out. Okay, here we go. Rel's flashing to look for the play. It was very aggressive. I don't know if I like it, but it is going to catch out the Vel'Koz, and he's going to go down. Okay, so Vix did his usual die to a jungle gank, but then he got one right back. Probably turn the league. Up a little bit. Okay. Well, it looks like their junglers are finally getting around to farming their topside jungle. That's pretty common in Beer League in my experience. Lots of action level 3. It kind of delays their farm, but you don't want to be the jungler that just doesn't show up, right? It's not worth it. So Nautilus is out here storming the river. Now, is this Crimson Chin's ult? I think it is. I seem to remember that. But I actually just realized that is not the normal Crimson Chin. Trading there in the top lane, over there in the bot lane. Nivea has not gotten the back since his kill, and he didn't have enough gold when he died to really get anything. And so he's at a little bit of a tempo disadvantage here just because of that. That are the downside of dying first. And CS is relatively even across the board, except for bot lane. Bot lane got a pretty big CS lead so far, which you don't expect, but I guess they got that big chunk at the level 2 all in. So they get to control the lane for a while. Let's see, are they going to try to look for a play here? No, he's going to sneak into the enemy jungle, use a Hex Flash. Smart. There weren't any wards for him to avoid, but he didn't know that, right? Also, did he not see this ward? Well, he's going for the gank on the Vel'Koz, and Vel'Koz does a pretty good flash, and he gets out of it. Probably still worth it, just to get that flash. Vel'Koz tends to be a sitting duck whenever his flash is down. Here goes another engage by the Nautilus. Are they going to be able to run him down? Oh no, he gets saved by the Senna Shroud. Couldn't finish him off because he couldn't target him. Oh, and then Wukong's coming into the gank. Is he going to be able to do anything here? He gets on the Nautilus, but he doesn't. Yeah, I guess it forces the Nautilus flash. Well, there you go. Good gank. Okay, here. Ooh, but he's going to get caught back in return. Are they going to be able to secure this kill? Yes, they are. They get their revenge on the Wukong right away. Got to be careful playing around this bot bush right here. You never know who's sitting in it. Here, it looks like Nivea's going for pressure on the Vel'Koz. Got a nice walk there, but unfortunately he gets comboed and isn't able to follow up and play. Lands the ulti, gets a nice little chunk, but isn't able to go for the kill. Ooh, and Vivian here just did all 3 Raptors by himself. Oh, I need to use the electric camera, my goodness. So I like being able to control where I'm looking, but sometimes it just misses it. Ooh, got some nice stun on him. Is he going to be able to finish him off? No, just barely not. Well, that's interesting. I just noticed the Vel'Koz has Flash and Ghost and no TP. I think I like that. I think I do. It's just a little risky if you die in lane, because then you can't TP back. But Ghost and Vel'Koz is nice. Helps you in Void. Get him run down. And Vel'Koz is a pretty good kiting champion. Looks like there might be an all-in up here. Virgo gets the knock up on the Morgan, pulls it back, but then decides to disengage. Doesn't like his chances going all the way in. Okay. Looks like bot lane for one is trying to set up for this dragon, trying to get the scuttle here real quick, and Vivian is moving down. Not quite level 6 yet, although I think maybe after this camp, maybe one more, it's going to be close. And it looks like SKO sees this, they're moving in. He actually manages to swipe. Yes? Yes, he manages to swipe the scuttle crab from them. It's a little bit of a misplay by one, I think. They need to keep, if they're going to do the scuttle without the jungler, they need to keep it away from these jungle entrances so the jungler can't just swoop in and steal it. second, and we're mainly getting let me back out here. Yeah, so they try to catch up the Nautilus here with some CC. He tries to follow up, and he misses the support. But Vivian comes in here, and he lands a nice stun with Karma, and then he decides he flashes ult the team, and because of the smolder ult, he does much damage. And then maybe it's in from the side, but he's having trouble really committing this fight. He lays down an ult, he gets much damage onto Karma, takes her down. He's trying to follow up on the Senna, but he's got a Wukong in his face. Never want a monkey in your face. Smolder's over here on the side, but he's a little too zoned out by the Wukong to help. Man, this is hard. I'm so used to only having to focus on one champion at a time. When you play League, it's a lot harder it's a lot different compared to casting. Okay. Let me pause here for just 1 second. Which button's pause? It's P. Okay. Mom is so loud. Yeah, it is. Every time it blows on my eardrums. Every time Smolder ults. Oh, looks like one less is moving into the dragon. They got a pretty good rotation here. They're going to have 4 on it. They're trying to catch out this Smolder, but he's able to get away. They do have position on the drag, but SKO is aware, and they're moving in. Unfortunately, this one is caught out by the Anivia, and she's going to go down. And then they're going to run down the Karma as well, but the Wukong's going to go in on the Anivia, but he's trying to pop the egg, but he's not going to get it. Anivia stays up and keeps the ulti up, but it does eventually get popped by the Karma Q, so he's stuck in the egg, but he's going to respawn. And now the tanks are fighting, gets the Wukong, and he's trying to hold him off, and he does. He finally gets the Nautilus. And then, oh my god, he gets picked off by the Karma Q. And Wukong's going, he's going over the Wukong, he manages to pick him off. And now they're running down the Karma, but I think Karma's just going to get out of this one because she's just too fast. Oh. Oh my. I'm just trying to remember all the damn champion names while doing this is hard, let alone actually like the abilities. Okay. Well, I think that fight went probably, I'd say, in one's favor. I think they can just move back into position again on the dragon, although gold score very even right now. Are the grubs up? No, they're about to spawn in 10 seconds. Maybe they might try for that instead. Try to go for that 6 grub play. We'll see. It looks like that is indeed what they're doing. Looks like Vivian is trying to marshal the team up towards that grub pit. You want those 6 grubs. Always great to have. You can get them. Viv's trying to clear vision, but he's getting poked out hard by this Vel'Koz. So the rel's pretty low at this point. Now the Wukong's flashing. He's going and he's going to try to burst Vivian, and he does. He's going to ult on the Nog, he's following, and then Mordekaiser's going to try to follow up on the play, see if he can catch out this Nautilus. No, but the Wukong does get him before he flashes to the wall. A little too late on the flash there, Nautilus. Excellent turnaround by SKO to keep one less from just doing this for free. They might be a little too low to do it now themselves. Actually, they probably could still, but I guess they do have 2 people in the bot lane versus nothing, so they don't want to push their luck when they have 2 people stuck down here in the bot lane. It looks like an Experion is going to teleport bot with the Anivia TP. Yeah, I guess that's okay. Catch that wave, and then you rotate over to the dragon with the rest of the team. He's going to be cheeky and try to stop his Karma back. Misses the wall a little bit. He wasn't able to trap the Karma. But he is stalling and distracting so that the one less jungler and ADC can get this dragon. And they do not have vision on this because they cleared it out with the pink. Looks like SKO realizes this, and they're just going to go trade it for the grubs. Smart decision, in my opinion. Better than just giving something away. Make him trade. Okay. So if he's going to reset, I assume that he will go back mid now. Well, maybe he'll just go right back bot lane. I guess he was pretty low. And it looks like he's going a Rod of Ages build. I guess that's what you're supposed to do on Anivia, right? Not many people build Rod, but she's one of them. Let's see here. I know Urgot was actually ahead quite a bit in the CS a while ago, but Mord has managed to claw it all the way back. And Wukong does have a bit of a goal lead on Vivian, which is expected. Rel is a very low econ jungler, whether you like it or not. She farms slow. Tank jungler, you're going to fall behind. So I hope your team can make up the difference, which they often can. And otherwise, the gold's pretty even for the most part. Anivia's still stuck down here, 1v2. Trying to get some chunk on the karma there. And I'm still trying to find... Okay, there we go. Get it now. Okay. Fortunately, I need for him to stay on. There we go. Okay, looks like Vivian is resetting on the rel. Looks like they're preparing for a dive on the Neva down here in bot lane. He just sees it a little too late, and he gets one shot. Yep, no egg. Wukong's able to sneak right up into dash range without being seen. Yep, that is a dead, fried blue bird. It looks like they're going to try a counter engage from mid lane. Nautilus gets in on the Vel'Koz. Is able to ult, force a flash, but now he runs away. But they just can't get away. There's no chance. But Wukong might be able to follow up and catch up. This Smolder, no. All right, let's check out his Smolder stacks. 98 stacks at 14 minutes. That's okay. It's not great. But it is definitely below where you want to be as a Smolder at this point in the game. I have been on the game this whole time, right? Yes. Okay. That would be embarrassing to realize 15 minutes into a game you've been on the wrong scene the whole time, but nope, we're good. Okay, Urgot TP's mid. Nivea catches the top wave. Teams to really do a good job of catching each other's lanes and not letting the towers go down for free. I guess that's the advantage of coordinated team play, right? Okay, what kind of objectives are we looking at? Nothing for a while, really. I guess Rift Herald is up right now. Not sure really how valuable that is for either team, but it is there in case either team wants to try to make a play for it. Looks like Vix is going to preemptively take these plants. Plop down a ward. There you go. SKO unfortunately sees the ward, so they're going to immediately clear it and then gather this Scuttle Crab. One's trying to move in with their tanky front line on the side here, but they are seen and repelled. And Smolder's going to make his way back bot lane. It looks like both teams are maybe kind of trying to see if there's a way they can get into a cheeky position for this Herald, but neither one seems really willing to commit that much to it, which is probably smart. SKO with a decent gold lead, about 2,000 at this point. Riley's first item on the Mordekaiser. I don't think I like that against I say melee, but a melee-ish champion. Oh, there's a fight going on here in the bot lane. Looks like Nautilus managed to catch up with Karma, but they are kiting it out. Mon comes in and gives us all hearing damage. Both junglers come in from the side here. Vivian gets a fantastic flash ulti. It's just a CC both Wukong and the Karma, but Wukong counter-engages and manages to kill Smolder, and now one is having to retreat from this fight. Mordekaiser TP's in, and he manages to Death Realm the Anivia and turn her into an omelet. Looks like one's just going to have to run for their lives on this one, and I don't think they're going to get to, except for Nautilus. Okay, that should be a nice, see in 10 seconds, yeah, that should be a nice secure dragon for SKO. Very good turn on that fight by them, especially by SKO Nightmare to manage to go invisible and sneak his way onto that Smolder and pop him. Here, it looks like maybe, well, say maybe one less tries to trade dragon for this Herald, but they don't really have the manpower on that side of the map to do it. Hullbreaker first for Urgot. I know there was a bug, I think, last patch that made this a lot stronger than it was supposed to be, and I'm pretty sure they fixed it, and I don't know if it's still the play to rush this. I have no idea. You have to ask an Urgot main. I could be totally off base. And I think I was saying earlier, I don't like Riley's first on Mord against like a Juggernaut. I think you can kind of, you don't need this to stick with him to another slow Juggernaut. You probably want something like Leandre's instead, or Riftmaker, something more duelisty. But I guess if you're ahead, you don't need that. The Rallies is still good. Lineups here. Nivea's farming bot towards Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser throws out the E, but he misses. That leaves Nivea in a pretty good spot here to do a bunch of damage and poke him down. Mom's so loud. Mom's so loud indeed. Pause for a second here. Okay. Looks like they're trying to see maybe they get a gank on the Karma here. It looks like Karma just isn't walking forward enough for it to happen. Smolder's kind of stuck here in the middle, gets bumped out, and he clearly misplays in some way because he's dead. Clearly did not manage that properly. And looking like it might be a second item Void Staff for Velka. That's very interesting. I guess maybe he's concerned about... I mean, I guess one less in tank, two of one less in tank already are starting to build MR. So if you get that early Void Staff, that kind of dulls that considerably. So Nivea's here to hold mid, as she so often does. See, and Urgot here kind of stuck 1v2 top lane. Ooh, takes a lot of damage from that Mantra Q with the Malignance. It looks like he's going to be forcing the lane, but Karma does take a lot of damage in return. Looking like one less is going in for a counter gank. Bit of an ulti doesn't really do much, unfortunately, but Nivea gets a great wall up, and Senna's definitely going to go down there. Nice pick play there with the roam from Nivea and the Nautilus. Very well done. And that was a shutdown. No, it was a Senna. Unfortunately, not the Karma. That would have been the shutdown. And yeah, that Rift Herald went unclaimed, didn't it? Nobody ended up getting it. But yeah, it just never got. Sometimes it's it. Sometimes the Rift Herald gets no dance to the prom. Or no date to the prom, I guess. See a stat check for Smolders up to 150. He's definitely behind schedule, and where you want to be, you should be. Ideally, you want to be pretty close to your, was it 225 that you want to be at? Yeah, 225. Ideally, you're pretty close to that by now. He's probably still another 6 or 7 minutes away, minimum. Yeah, we got Urgot and more guys are down the side. Looks like they're trying to keep vision on this Baron, which is smart. I don't think either team's Baron clear is particularly good at the moment, but you never know. Anivia with the Malignance and the Rod of Ages. That's pretty standard as far as I understand it. Take a look at the gold lead here. Yeah, 2k gold lead for Wukong. That is not surprising. About 1k for Anivia. And wow, 2,500 for Karma. I mean, yeah, I guess she is pretty fed. That's why she has the big shutdown. Okay. Oh, looks like they're getting into a fight here in the jungle. They're kind of not to flash out. Rel goes in for the engage, but she's not going to have the kind of follow-up she's hoping for. Smolder goes in to try to follow. They do get the Senna, but then Wukong's following up in return. I don't know if they have the damage to do this fight. Yeah, Wukong just takes down 2, and Nivea's putting down the wall, but he is doing a lot of damage, and he's going to take down the Karma. No, the Karma's just barely going to get away. And then Nivea's going to get pulled in and turned into an omelet once again by this Mordekaiser. Oh, man. Yeah, I think Nautilus flashing out way up there kind of screwed the team over a little bit, because then he was in a really bad position to then turn around and try to help the team as well. But it's hard to have the awareness in that moment to realize that you kind of need to take a less safe flash to be able to fight like 3 seconds later. But SKO wins another fight, and they're able to then translate this into another drag by the looks of it. Yes, they are. No one on one less is really able to test that, so Wukong just solos it. And Karma has a death cap now. That's pretty scary, and she's starting to get her magic resistance as well. Ooh, it looks like Nautilus might be getting caught warded here. Is Karma going to be able to get that tether on him? Yes, she is, and it's going to snare him. I think Nautilus is going to go down here. He's got the follow-up from the center. He does hook away from the wall, but he lands from it. Yeah, and he goes down. One less is trying to follow up here. They are going to be able to catch up this Senna again. That was a fantastic wall by the Anivia there to keep her from walking out with Karma. So they managed a pretty good pick by, oh wow. They're going right for this Baron. This feels like an int to me. But, well, I guess we're going to find out. Does SKO know they're doing this? Well, they know now. Karma's going to try to manage a poke with Q. That's going to do a lot of damage to that Smolder there. They are taking it at a reasonable speed, but they are getting into position. Wukong's going to be able to stealth into this pit. Wukong goes in, he manages to steal the Baron, Vel'Koz ultimate, and now One Less has no chance to try to run for their lives, but unfortunately they're going to be able to follow over the wall. And that is a tough smite to try to secure against Wukong. He can sneak in while invisible and basically combo it before you can even see he's in there. The Rel is able to escape, but the Baron does go to SKO, and now they're going to group up mid with the Baron. Probably going to be able to force down this inhib. Yara is one going to try to make a play here to save this inhib, or are they going to let it go? Looks like they're just going to let it go. That's a smart play. Anivia's not here. Anivia is by far the strongest person on SKO. If he's not there, I don't think they have a chance. Like SKO is going to take their victory in him, and they're going to leave. Clear out the jungle on the way out, though, of course. Steal that blue buff, get everybody on team blue. Yeah, I guess stealing jungle, or stealing buffs in the there's a lot more value later in the game. It's important to get the buff for your whole team and deny it to the whole enemy team too. So yeah, getting those prio in the jungle to steal buffs is a bigger deal than it used to be. Yeah, SKO has an enormous gold lead right now. Almost 11,000 gold. And yeah, I mean, Anivia is really the only one in the ballpark of their lane counterpart in terms of gold. Otherwise, the rest of One Less is just way behind, like an item or more on almost every champion, it feels like. And yes, SKO has done, so far with their itemizations, done a fantastic job realizing what they're up against. Magic Pen, Armor Pen. They understood the assignment. You
never falter.
You get the penetration so you can kill these tanks. All right, let me hold on just 1 second here. And it looks like game one should be ending soon. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to coordinate with the team here. Things get a little more complicated with trying to do a live cast. Let me see here. I imagine this game ends pretty soon. By the looks of it, let me switch back to the game here. There we go. Just keep going. They will wait. Okay, excellent. All right. I think we're a little bit behind in the recording. Yeah, they managed to catch up the Anivia here. There goes all their wave clear. So I suspect that this will be the winning push for SKO here. Yeah, their wave clear is really quite bad without that Anivia. There's some more hearing damage for everybody, in case you could still hear at this point. Yeah, looks like they're gonna catch out. No, they are. That Karma does so much damage. I know she's fed, but like, holy cow. And yeah, just they can't hold this tower without using their whole team, but then they're just gonna lose super minions. And it looks like the teams are kind enough to wait for me to catch up. I am probably only a few minutes behind, so it won't take too long, I think. Yeah, looks like they're going to be able to catch up the inhib again. No CC to follow up on the Wukong this time. They are going to get the inhib though. Are they going to try to push for the end right here? Looks like Velko's going to try to ult to get some damage out. Oh, and they are going to catch out the inhibitor. Can they finish him off after that round? Yes. Yes, they can. Okay. Very well played by Team SKO. This game was pretty close for the first 10-ish minutes or so, I'd say. But SKO just started winning the fights. And yeah, I think the Karma got huge, poked everybody out, and Wukong just had a lot of really fantastic plays to eliminate key targets on one less. And once that happens, they just don't have the damage to win fights. Okay, and that was the end of game one. Let's go ahead and join the lobby here. And jump and spectate. Sit there for a moment. Okay. Are we good? Yes. Got the draft link. It'll load. Let me try it again. And it looks like we had a bit of an issue with the draft link there, but that's okay. They'll just remake it. They'll just make another one. Okay. Okay, we got the draft link going this time. Go ahead and open that up. And let me switch the sides here. 1 SKO. Alright, and we're starting draft number 2. Okay, Zenzel banned first. I think they banned that last game too, right? So they're clearly afraid of that. And Lilia banned, first ban, not surprising. I doubt Vivian will get to play that again for the rest of this season, but we'll see. Played it too well, man. You gotta int a little bit so that entice them to leave it open. You can't just pop off every time you play it. And another Zed ban. And the Wukong ban this time. They decided they had enough of the monkey. Okay, and another Vex ban. Interesting. Okay, Senna first pick for Team 1. Interesting. Could be either bot lane. I suspect it's for Wandering Monarch. I don't know if I've ever seen their support play it. But who knows? And I do have it on the thing, right? Yes. Unfortunately, the overlay for the draft is very slightly off for the stream. And I have no idea how to make it fit perfectly without breaking it a lot more. So I've just decided to leave it. Okay. And Mordecai's their first pick. Interesting. Guess they decided they didn't like that, or they won it for themselves this time. Oh, no. No. This is SKO. They played it last time, so yeah, they won it again. Okay. So Anivia lock right in for the Vix again. I guess he liked it last game. Hopefully it'll go better for him this game. Unbiased announcer things. And the Rel, they like both these picks still. They're gonna run it back. And the Olaf coming in. I did think that might happen, so they left it open this time. Yeah, Olaf is pretty scary for both of these champions. Although if Anivia gets up a good wall, not technically CC, so it still constrains Mr. Olaf. Cinder ban, Yasuo ban. They want none of that Wombo knock-up bot lane from Team 1 less, which is smart, especially if you're going to leave the Rel open. Rel engages with Yasuo ulti, it's pretty good. And the Malphite ban as well, interesting. I don't know if I like banning Malphite when you already picked Mordekaiser. I feel like you kind of want to bait that, to be honest. But I guess if you're that afraid of the Wombo combo, you just ban it anyway. Okay. When they're running back the Vel'Koz. Interesting. Neither team really feels like they want to change things up that much. And I guess it's not... Oh, I guess it's not going to be... Or I guess it'll be Olaf jungle, right? It must be, yeah. You don't... Well, they could be doing some Swapperoonie shenanigans, but I assume it's Olaf jungle, which you don't really see these days. You only really see him top lane. But I guess he probably can still jungle. I don't see why he couldn't. And Jhin bot lane, so I assume, or Jhin, I assume that means Senna support. It's a very squishy, immobile bot lane. I don't know if I like that. You're going to have to be very careful about how you play that. And Volibear top lane for Slapped against Mr. Mordekaiser. That's probably a pretty good pick. I think Volibear is strong enough as a duelist to be able to deal with Mordekaiser. I don't know if he can win outright, but he should be able to just handle his own there. And it looks like last pick for SKO? SKO? You guys are very confusing. You need to figure out what your your lettering is so I can know what to call you. Oh my goodness. I guess SCO. That's what it says. Okay. What it says on my screen? Well, what did I put? I put SCO as well. Okay. All right. And into Champ Select they go. And Renata with the last pick. With the Xayah and the Olaf, I like that a lot. Juggernauts tend to do pretty well with Renata ultis on them. Because they tend to be right in the thick of it. And often that extra time can be enough for them to finish somebody off and get the revive. And they're tanky enough to actually use it. Plus the speed boost helps a lot too. I think it also gives attack speed, I want to say. I'm not 100% on that. But I think it's attack speed and move speed for Renata's debut. So pretty good on Juggernauts in general. As far as draft goes, I definitely like SCO's draft a lot more this game. I think that Olaf kind of neutralizes a lot of the heavy CC comps that one likes to do. I think the Renata is a fantastic support to pair with both the Juggernauts on SCO and the Xayah. And I think the Vel'Koz is just, again, fantastic. Safe backline kiting and follow-up on engages. I will say that this bot is going to scale a lot harder, I think. Just because they have the 2 ADCs instead of the 1. Whether they can keep them alive is a whole other story. And yeah, I think it will really depend on whether or not they can contain. If they can contain this Olaf, because if the Olaf gets going, their comp is doomed. If they can contain the Olaf and just burst them with these double ADCs, I think that bodes well for them. But if they can't, I don't know how they win. So I guess we'll see. Definitely... Well, actually, I don't know who would be better early. I don't know. Okay, and we got a few minutes to kill here. There's a spectator delay and all that fun stuff. Let me see. Let me change the... Where is it? It is... in-game. Yes, let's give SKO their 1 win. Did I... Is that still... Yeah, oh, I left that there from last stream. Whoops. Well, maybe I was just prepped. Maybe I knew they would win game 1. Oh. Definitely didn't just forget to change it from last time. Okay. Alright, predictions. What do you guys got for game 2? SKO won game 1 pretty convincingly, I think. I think they have the better comp this time around. But I've also learned to not underestimate Team One Less ever. Both games last week, they really surprised me. So I am very open to being surprised again by them. So hopefully the game will be a little bit less lopsided this time around. Oh, how many viewers are we up to today? Damn, 10, 11 viewers make me feel special. I never did get an answer. Is level 97 Bidoof, is that Crimson Chin? I don't know. Actually, I can just look that up. Let me see here. I have... No. Control Shift B. I do have the team list here. Let me see. One less. Yes. No, it's their sub. Okay. So I don't know who this is, but it is their sub, I guess. It's not me. Okay. I saw you were on earlier, so I was like, is that you? Did you switch to an alternate account? But I guess it's not you. Okay. Fair enough. Well, clearly they're just getting support gapped, right, Chin? Is that what it is? No, of course not. Don't be silly. Okay. For sure. Yes. It's not me for sure. Let's switch over to the... Oh, I already did. Okay. Oh, you guys are kind of getting streamception right there. My goodness. Damn, it only gets worse each passing second. Game, load quickly. Save us. Uh-oh. It is gonna go, right? There it goes. Okay. I guess that does explain why we're seeing these support.
Oh yeah, let's get down.
I've never known Crimson Chin to play Senna, but I have no idea what Mr. Level 97 Bidoof plays, so I guess anything's on the table, right? And they're hanging out as a team again. Looks like they're maybe going to try some invade shenanigans. They're maybe going to 5-stack, looking to stop a would-be warder. They're gonna be able to catch out this Olaf here.
30 seconds until
Olaf does have flash. Does have flash instead of Ghost, which probably will save his life at some point, but he may wish he had the Ghost later when he needs to run down these three ranged carries. We'll see. And it looks like SKO or SCO does not feel like taking the bait. Bro, SKO Nightmare, bro, you are confusing me about what the acronym for this team is. Oh, and SKO Kane. It's both of you. It's both your faults. I'm just going to keep switching between SKO and SCO. Just to confuse the audience. As well as myself. Okay. So it looks like both junglers are going to start topside this game. Opposite of what they did last game. Both junglers going to leash. Nothing too surprising there. Bot lane is really late to this lane. I guess they won't miss the XP, but SCO could have gotten really hard prio level 1 if they wanted to, but I guess they don't want to. Or maybe they were afraid of a cheese or something. Oh, poor Viv. Did blue reset? That seems like an incredibly slow blue clear. Oh, man. That is... I don't know if it's just really that slow or if it reset or what, but, I mean, yeah, Olaf's already starting the third camp. Well, actually, he's not as far behind as I thought. I guess maybe Olaf smited one of these early? I don't know. I didn't watch closely enough, but I expected Rail to be more behind. So here, oh wow, they almost got Senna already. Assuming he got caught out by, you know, I'm going to let it do directed camera for the early game because it knows better than I do where stuff's going on. Okay. You know, both junglers just cleared their bot side. Looks like it's going to be a full clear for both junglers, a rarity in Beer League. Well, I guess that makes sense in this case. I think when junglers start top, they're more likely to full clear in my experience. I'm not entirely sure why that is, but I guess a lot of junglers will start bot, do 3 camps, and then gank bot, but you can't do that to start top. And who's going to 3 camp and gank top? Come on, nobody cares about top lane. Looks like Olaf is moving the positions down in bot lane. Is he going to try to get a gank off here? Oh, and then Renata flashes in and gets the snare on the Senna. The Senna goes in. They're going to try to take the all in, but they see the Olaf coming, and the Senna goes down. That was a very questionable Senna play, even without him knowing he was there. But Rel's going to go in too, and they're going to take down the Renata, and then Jin's going to flash over the wall. He's using the alcove as best he can. He gets the 4th shot on Zai. Probably should have used it on Olaf instead. They are going to see the Olaf, though, and the Olaf does go down. Wow, like I said, I'm always surprised by Team 1's plays. The fact they turned that around and went 2 for 1 on that play is kind of incredible. Rel OP early game, I guess. That's what I'm gonna choose to give the credit to. Rel OP early game. Okay. Mid and top, both pretty even. A little bit more trading in mid, which is not surprising. Vix is a psycho. He likes to fight. Ooh. Okay. And they are able to translate that into the Scuttle Crab there bot. Ooh, and he manages to get a nice stun on the Vel'Koz, and the fatal like, oh, he does get him, but he is going to lose the egg for it. That's definitely worth it, though. Although he did have to use his flash and his egg. And Olaf's moving to the top. Volibear has no idea that he's there. Now he sees him. He's ghosting. He's running. He's trying to run for the river. He puts in the stun. Look at the snow. Got to stun him and then run away. Oh, it's actually, he might just beat him, to be honest. Volibear early game is pretty nasty. Oh, we gotta get that big munch. He gets the heal. Enough time for the rest of one less to show up and collapse on him. Olaf needs to know. Needs to know you can't challenge that Volibear healing. It's too OP. Yeah, let me look at that. What is that? What is that tooltip for Volibear? Oh my god. Alright, game, stop. Do anything. There we go. 50 plus 14% missing health. That is so much HP early in the game. Like, my goodness. Okay, it looks like Serrated Dirk first item for Jin, which is interesting. Is he going to go lethality? Lethality Jin? That is a bit risky. Volibear makes me feel so powerful. Seeing Thrive feels good. Yeah, I bet it does. We have a few Volibear enjoyers here in the Beer League. Fusro is a big fan of Volibear, although he plays the jungle, obviously. But yeah, those big Volibear bites, the shields, they're a good time. Oh, looks like there's going to be a fight in the top lane. Oh, man, there's a fight in the mid lane. Looks like Nivea's going to catch out the... Oh, okay. Mordekaiser catches out Volibear in the Death Realm, but he's able to cut it out, and then Volibear's going to try to turn it around. And then Nivea is able to force Vel'Koz back, but ends up saving most of his health. Okay. And these guys will try to fight at the same time at different parts of the map. It's hard to do my job. Great job here by Volibear. I didn't see all the details, but I did see that he got caught at level 5 and ulted by Mord, and Mord wasn't able to really do that much. He got kited out, which is not surprising. Volibear's pretty good at at stalling fights that he'll lose. And it looks like there's a fight going down here in the bot lane. They get the snare on the Renata, but it doesn't matter. Jin's gonna go down. Looks like the Jin just took too much damage there. And it looks like Olaf's gonna move in to try to solo this dragon. Does Team 1 let us know that it's happening? They do not have wards on it, but they might suspect that it's happening. The SKO bot lane is moving into assist. Nivea is going to see them pretty shortly here. Yes, Vivian's going to jump into the pit. You guys might work. No, and it does fight a little too early, and Olaf does get it. And kind of baits Nivea into getting himself killed. Okay, the one less bot lane does eventually show up, but it's a little too late, I'm afraid. Looks like their bot lane is going to reset, as is Olaf. No team has... No. Somebody took 2 grubs, but then left the 3rd one. Interesting. I totally missed that. I don't know when that happened. But if you're 1, you may want to go try to get that 3rd one so that they'll respawn sooner, and you can try to get to that 6 grubs again. I need to drink water. Okay. Yep, just like I said, Viv's gonna go over here and finish that off. Pretty unnecessary smite there, I think, but he's gonna see if he can try to go for a gank on this Mordekaiser. I think this is a very dangerous gank to attempt, although he does use Head Flash to get a little closer, unfortunately. Mordekaiser does have ulti, so if he uses it properly, he should be fine here, although he does take a lot of damage before he gets the ulti off. He does ult the Renata, I believe. Yes, he does. He ults the Renata, but Renata's too tanky to kill him that amount of time, so he's going to be able to get into the Death Realm. And he's going to chase him down, but he's not going to be able to finish off the Rel, so he is going to go down to the Volibear. That was a well-played gank by 1. They managed to chunk Mordekaiser very hard before the ulti went off, so that he wasn't able to win because of that. A little bit of scrapping here in the bot lane. But Renata's positioning very aggressively. Oh, with the flash hook back in on Lance Knight's ulti. It's going to land on the Senna. It's going to unfortunately just a bit under the tower. I don't think they're going to be able to secure the kills here. No, they are not. It was a nice attempt by Renata, but I think they were a little too far into the tower by the time they hit him. And it looks like there's some scrapping in the main lane, and Nivea's kind of getting the business right now. Oh, yep, and he has to flash in order to avoid getting his egg popped. Okay. They're still fighting in the bot lane. Rel comes in to kind of give some cover for her bot lane. They're going to give them a safe reset, I think. Yes. And then Zix, he decided to stay in mid even after flashing there, which, with no health, which is questionable. I guess he doesn't have TP, so he feels like he has to stay, but probably would have been, yeah, I guess he realized the danger and he saw better of it and he's gonna go back now. Okay. Mordekaiser's resetting here. Nothing's cut. Both grubs and Dragon are up in a couple of minutes. So Olaf is here deep, deep, deep in the enemy jungle. He's going to try to steal this red buff, but he is gonna be spotted here by the Rel. I don't know how much Rel can really do here. She's gonna go in, but yeah, she's just gonna punt him out of the jungle. But no, he actually doesn't go over the wall, so he might turn right back around and decide to keep messing with him. Gotta keep things PG here, right? Okay. Oh yeah, he's been seen long enough. He doesn't want to be collapsed on, so he's just gonna leave and just let Viv take the red buff. And yeah, one less with an 1k gold lead, despite the dragon going down. I'm yawning and we'll pause. Let's see here. Vivian was here trying to achieve that push. He does get spotted out. Maybe try to force the gank anyway, but Senna does take a lot of damage back in return. Might be a little too dangerous to do the gank now. More trading in mid. Nivea's trying to force some trades with his Vel'Koz. Olaf looks like he's ganking top. The Volibear sees him. He's trying to run away. He has taken a lot of damage. He does get death rummed here, but is he going to be able to stall this out? He does get the heal. He does get the big heal, and he's able to ulti out at the end, so yes, he's fine. Okay. These teams are not afraid to fight in these lanes. They are scrapping. All three of them. They're playing the game. They're playing the game. Well, it looks like Anivia is trying to get in position here. I really like this this Hex Flash on the Rel jungle, just to kind of like bypass wars and stuff. Fantastic 3-man coming in here with the Senna. Right here looks like a pretty ulti by Xyle. Gets a pretty nice snare on the Anivia, but she is going to go down and with the Renata W. Are they going to be able to follow up on the Renata as well? Yes, they are. Senna gets a double kill. They should be able to just move in on this dragon now. And looks like Olaf does steal topside jungle for his trouble, but probably still worth it for team one less. Put that dragon there. Looks like Olaf realizes what's happening. He's going to go get the grubs for his team. Looks like we're going to get another 3-3 grub split, just like last game. However, actually he only grabs one, and now both teams are converging on it. Rel's going to go right for the Olaf, and Olaf ultis, and he's forced to flash out before he gets focused down. They're going for the Vel'Koz, and he gets taken down by the Sun ulti. Mordekaiser is here, but I don't think he wants any of this. He might have a like that. No, he puts the wall down by Nivea, but it doesn't go quite far enough so the Mord is able to walk away. But it looks like Team Wallace is going to get their 5 grubbies after all. Sadly, not all 6, but 5's still pretty good. Means you got the little spawn boys. And yeah, I mean, one less. They had a rough start, I think, but they've really rebounded since then. Yeah. And the Kanik recurrent rush for Rel is interesting. I don't know if I like this. I think because this item. Okay, I'm kind of blabbing about builds. I guess it's fine. Oh, but Anivia's coming in from the back. He gets a wall off. He does get the stun on the Xayah. They're kind of kiting it out. They get the Renata W on the Xayah, but unfortunately she's not able to get the reset, so she's going to go down. It looks like they're going to be able to turn on the Renata as well. But flashes, gets the ulti down, and oh my god, I can't keep up with my breath. Oh my goodness. They get him. Oh my god. I'm not used to talking that fast, let alone having to actually think about what I'm saying at the same time. Oh my. Very fantastic flank by the Anivia to get behind the bot lane. They had no idea he was there, and he cooked them. Gave him some real freezer burn on that one. Anivia cold joke. Okay. Looks like Rift Herald is up. And Dragon will be up in about 3 minutes or so. Double Ghostblade for Team 1. That is a huge power spike. Looks like Riot has not fixed the tooltip for this item, but I think everyone knows what it does. One Less is going to go ahead and move in and take this Rift Herald pretty much for free. And Nivea's there scrapping in the mid lane. I'd like to see maybe an earlier than normal Zanyas for this Anivia. Maybe skip the Malignus and go Zanyas instead, just to deal with this Olaf and Mordekaiser, just to shut them down. Make sure they can't just ult you and run you down. Looks like there are a bit of fight breaking out here. Rella's a little caught out, but she is able to just giddy up on out of there. They are going to steal that red buff. Looks like a fight's breaking out here on the top lane. Looks like Senna is... Oh, they try to gank, but the Mordekaiser turns on the Senna with the ulti. That is dangerous to gank a Mordekaiser when you are a squishy squisher like a Senna. And now Mordekaiser's going to... Or Father's going to try to finish the Mordekaiser, but is he going to be able to run him down? He pops Ghost. Yes, he is. It looks like now there's a play in the bot lane. It's well caught out by the Olaf and the Renata, but Anivia comes from the side. He's got an ult and a fantastic choke point. He's doing tons of damage. The Olaf's keeping a CC immune, but it's going to run out pretty soon. Ooh, Zaya with a fantastic flash E to take out the Rel and then pop the Anivia egg, and then Olaf and Zaya will be able to turn on both the Jhin and the Anivia. Fantastic play by the Zaya with the flash E to that huge chunk of damage. Fantastic. Very good turning on that play by Celestial Vixen. Whew. Okay. Dragon is up in 30 seconds. SKO should have the advantage in moving in on this because of the play they just won. But it's not going to be a huge one, so they're going to have to kind of move on quickly here. Looks like they're starting to move in, but so is Team One Less. Looks like One Less is basically willing to kind of let Top be pressured for now. They're moving in. They kind of get pushed to the side here. Olaf is getting in on the back line. He's running on the Senate, kills her pretty much effortlessly. Another turn in on the front line of One Less, but they're getting focused. They're taking tons of damage. They are able to get out. They're cutting back. They're taking a lot of damage though. Jhin is here with the ghost, but she can't get close to too much damage. And Nimbus here on the side, but this is very dangerous positioning for him with no real cover from his team. He is doing some decent damage though. He's putting up the wall. All right. SKO was able to get a very nice little ambush there from this bush, thanks to this pink ward. Take out the center right away. And by the time they were able to get a bunch of free damage on the Rel and the Volibear as well before the team was able to back them up, and they were too low to fight at that point, so they just kind of had to back off. Nice little comeback here by SKO. They were down a decent bit for a bit there, but they made a couple pretty good plays and managed to even up the gold here. Take a look at the gold per champion. Yeah, pretty big lead in top lane. That's not surprising. Pretty big lead in jungle, or for Volibear, not surprising. Pretty big lead for Olaf in jungle. That's not surprising. Decent lead for Nivea. Pretty big lead for Zaya there. After that, big play bot lane. That could be really, really big. Nivea's clear out some wards here by herself. That's very dangerous. Renata might catch her here. Ooh, Renata goes for the pick, but Nivea is able to dodge it. So Nivea is able to turn, do a bunch of damage back. He does have backup from the Senna here, although he needs to be careful. Senna is not the greatest healer of all time. Senna does get hit by the Renata ult hit. Doesn't last long enough, though, so he's able to turn. He does pop the Renata, but Renata W's herself and is able to get the reset to survive. And Anivia is forced to leave because there is no more help coming. Oh. Okay. Pure tanky build for Volibear. I guess that's what they do? No, although I think they... I guess this is what you go if you're against an AP champ, so I guess that makes sense. And a pretty standard build for everybody so far. Yeah, pretty typical build for everybody by the looks of it. The experimental hex plate on the Olaf. That's kind of... I feel like this is kind of a real snowball item for Olaf. But he is pretty big this game, so it's probably justified. He's almost up 100 CS on the Rel. Oh, and Rel kind of gets caught out here by the Renata and the Xayah, and he's cut off from behind by the Vel'Koz. Is he going to be able to get away? No, he is not.
I can't stop fighting.
That's a tough place to get caught, because that means that SKO can now threaten this Baron with Team 1 Less Jungler down. 1 Less does know they're doing it. Are they going to try to move in here to contest this? Yes, they are. Or at least some of their team is. And they're moving here to the side, but the SKO is doing Baron pretty fast. They are able to turn. Are they able to get the Senna? No! Red does get the Baron, but Red team does get the Baron, but now Anivia and Volibear are kind of fighting it out here. Anivia's running down his Vel'Koz. He gets him. He's going to try to turn around and help the rest of the team. Olaf is running it down with the ulti. It looks like it's about to run out. He does go down to the Volibear. They are able to... Mordecai goes a little deep, and Anivia's able to double back and turn on him. It looks like they are going to get him. So... Whew. Okay. As Team SKO does get the Baron. Unfortunately, they lose the fight immediately afterwards. 4 to 1 by the looks of it. 4 to 1? 4 to 1. Is that better for them? Better for 1 Less? Well, 1 Less is the gold lead now, so I guess you could say they came out ahead. Looks like they are going to get at least 1 tower here. Probably this one as well, maybe? Maybe he's looking for some more poke on the side of this. Very dangerous. He's going to get his egg pop here. They do get the tower, though. I don't know if that was worth it to get his egg pop just to poke a little bit. Probably not. He is putting his ulti down. That's a pretty good choke point. You can't run through that. Whenever you're playing Anivia, retreat through the jungle. Put your ult down. Make them chase you through those narrow corridors so they can't just walk around it. And of course, Victorian knows this. He is a seasoned Anivia professional. Ugh. Okay, it looks like Dragon's about to be spawning here in about 30 seconds. 1 Less is trying to get their reset here. I assume a big buy here for Anivia. Yes? No, maybe so? He's looking like... Not quite. He does have his lost chapter, though. They are going to try to rotate this Dragon, but... But SKO is going to be in position for this. I don't know if 1 Less can really get in on this now that the SKO is here. They're going to threaten it, though. One thing about 1 Less, they do not like giving up objectives. If they can fight for it, they're going to try. Looks like Anivia's kind of off on the side. Wow, and blue team, Vivian is able to sneak in and steal the Dragon. What a fantastic play for 1 Less there. They were just totally out macroed getting into this Dragon, but then he just steals it anyway, so GG easy, I guess. And they immediately rotate back mid while SKO resets. I don't know if they're going to be able to really threaten this tower. Maybe they might try. They got Wolf here on the side. Do they see this? They now see it. Are they going to go for it? No, though. Anivia's really far forward. He's gonna get run down by the Olaf. See, this is where he's gotta put down the good wall. Anivia, no, he does not able to. He gets run down and killed by the Olaf, and then the Renata comes down and stops the Volibear as well. Whew. And I think that's all they're gonna get. 1 Less realized just how bad the positioning was, and they decided to leave. Yeah, Anivia got a little too feisty there at the end. He needed to leave sooner. Luckily for 1, there's no real objectives up at the moment, so that's not going to cost them too much. Maybe this mid-tier 2, but I don't know if that really matters that much. It's not one of the towers that gives Summoner gold, so I don't care. They're going to see the towers. 1 Less going to try to engage here. I don't like the play. I don't like fighting a 3v5. It is a pretty good engage, but you're so outnumbered. I feel like, yeah, you don't want that fight, even if you get a good engage, because you just don't have the damage or the manpower to win that fight, even if you make a good play. But again, no objectives up, so all it's really going to cost them is the life of the Rel. And I guess they did get Olaf as well, so it was really a one-for-one trade, if anything, which is not too bad. See, objectives. Baron's up in just a couple minutes. Dragon's in 3 minutes. Looks like Zaya's finished with Lord Dominic's. That's going to make it much easier to get through those tanky tanks. Although, Volibear doesn't really have much in the way of armor yet. Looks like he's working on it. I'm not sure what exactly he's building here. He could be building a death stance out of these components, but that seems a little troll. No, I think he'll... Yeah, okay, he's going for Sundered Sky. That makes sense. Yeah. You thought Volibear healing was annoying before. Wait till you get to see Sundered Sky, Volibear. Like very professional streamer here. One less does get the Scuttle Crab here. Or Baron is up in about 35 seconds or so. It looks like there's some shenanigans going on in the bot lane here. I don't think either of them can really do anything to the other. It looks like both carries for one less are going to reset right now. Seraphs for Anivia, Rapid Fire Cannon for Jhin. Those are pretty substantial item spikes. Jhin actually is about maybe slightly under equal with items because these are more expensive for the Xayah, but it is 3 full items. And Anivia has a pretty sizable lead on this Vel'Koz in terms of items. And Volibear is bot with TP, as is Mordekaiser. Let's see here. Just pause it real quick. Okay. See, and Dragon is coming up in just under a minute here. It is potentially, we might see a Dragon for Baron trade here. As for which team will do which, I don't know. Volibear is going very deep here. He should not be doing this. He does not see where the enemy team is, and now he's going to have to run. He may have to Ghost to get out of this. He should be popping Ghost right now. Yes, he popped Ghost, but he didn't. He got some CC before he was able to get fully away. He is going to be able to get out, though, but he did have to use his ulti, which is not great. However, one less is able to see the play that they just did, and they're able to start the Baron. Now, Olaf is here, and he does have Flash, which means he can try for a Flash steal. He's flashing in, and he does not manage to get it. One less secures the Baron. Fantastic smite to outsmite the Olaf there. That is a tough thing to do. But well executed by Team One Less there. Bait everybody bot with the silly Volibear. Secure the Baron. SKO tried. SKO Nightmare tried to get that steal. Was pretty close. But one's going to take their Baron, and they're going to rotate down to this Dragon here. That's going to be 3rd Dragon for them. That is big. That means that next Dragon will be up at about the same time as Baron, and they can use one to trade for the other, which is a really good position to be in, macro-wise. And they are going to push this bot lane with Baron here. I would say one. Sorry, I keep alt-tabbing. It's I don't trust the chat. I have the chat for the Twitch channel open on my phone, but I don't trust it. So sometimes I just check it on my computer just because if y'all lovely people are in the chat, I want to be able to chat with you so we can agree on whose fault it is that either team is losing, right? 'Cause that's what we League players do. We blame people. Looks like they are pushing mid while Volibear is pushing top lane. Senna needs to be careful here. Let's kind of lurking out here. But Senna is pretty strong and fast at this point. It's going to be a lot harder to catch her than it was earlier in the game. And Volibear is pushing in the top lane uncontested at the moment. It looks like they are going to send Vel'Koz up there. And then Volibear might just decide to leave and go mid instead. Someone on one less should be back here, barreling up this wave so it gets into tower faster. There's no point for you all standing up here with no minions. Doesn't accomplish anything. Unless the enemy is kind enough to just stand way out in front of their turret for no reason and get caught, I suppose. Okay, so they do able to catch out the Renata there, and they're doing a bunch of damage to Olaf too. He is going to have the ulti here, but is that going to be enough to save him? No! Flash, auto from the Jin able to finish him off. Zaya ultis here, but then flashes out. But I think Team 1 just might have too much speed for on here to fight. No! Zaya probably wishes she still had ulti, but she goes down here, but Vel'Koz is able to take down the Rel. Unfortunately, ooh, he is able to get out of the Anivia stun, so they are going to live for the moment. Ooh, that's a nice big poke on the Anivia. Mordekaiser flashes, and Death Roams the Anivia is going to cook her for an omelet at least one last time, if not more, but he is going to get turned around and immediately munched by the Volibear himself. Circle of life, fellas. Mordekaiser eats bird.
Deep inside.
Volibear eats Mordekaiser. Probably not good for his digestive system. He's very metallic. Surprisingly good hold by SKO. They did lose the hit, but they managed to save both of their next towers, which is good. And Dragon and Bear are both up in a couple of minutes. And it looks like Anivia here did take my advice. Well, I didn't give it to him, obviously. But he did realize that the Seeker's Iron is probably smart. Just to avoid those dives that he can't kite, go golden, right? And the Lord Dominic's on the Jhin. That is a very big power spike for him. He's going to absolutely mince those poor tanky champions on Team SKO. Wow. The shield effect on the Wounder's only 8 seconds? I thought it was like 30. Okay, I guess this item makes more sense than I thought it did. Okay. Looks like both teams are trying to get into early position for this drag. Makes sense. It's a pretty important one. For one to close out, and for SKO to try to stall. They're going to have a pretty hard time because, Rel looked like he was going for engagement. He decided to think better of it because they see Vel'Koz mid. They know he's not here. Oh, they do get a nice wall around Nada. She's going to be caught here. He does get a pretty good return ulti. And Olaf is able to get right over the Anivia, and that Seeker's Iron already paying dividends, able to save the Anivia from the Olaf there. But Zaya gets a pretty good ulti. He does take down the Rel, but it's just too little too late. Vel'Koz does get a pretty old here, but again, same thing, too little too late. They are going to go down to this very heavy Team 1 less Rage count. And they could get Dragon here, but they could just walk mid and end the game. And as fun as Dragon Soul is, I think winning is more fun. So they're going to go walk right mid and put it to bed. Very good response by Team 1 less in Game 2. It was a little bit of a rough start for first early game, but they really found some good fights afterwards to turn it around. And they had really good just objective vision and control. So that is going to be a 1-1 split between Team 1 less and Team S, insert C sound O. Whatever their initial is. SKO, that's what they're telling me. Okay. Oh, thank you guys for watching. I enjoy casting. I'm out of breath constantly during it, but it's fun. So, and 1-1, fun series. And thanks for playing. And thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.